Okay, Kev, here's your first lesson in cooking. What you're going to need for this one is we're going to make some spaghetti. So the first thing you're going to need is some Italian sausage. I like the hot sausage and the sweet sausage. So you get yourself some sausage. You need some olive oil, and then you need this Newman's, it's called Newman's Own Socceroni spaghetti sauce. Dynamite stuff. So okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the sausage ready, so hang on just a second. Alright, Kev, the first thing you got to do, you got to put a couple of holes in this sausage. Just take a knife and poke them about 2 or 3 times. It's going to let the grease out of it when it cooks. Okay, now put a little bit of olive oil in your pan.
Turn the stove on.
About that much. Turn your heat on. Then you take your sausage and you put her in here and you roll around in the oil a little bit. Spread it around. And then put your sausage in. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes, probably about 20 minutes to cook this. Alright, baby, that's enough for that. Oh, wait a minute. In the meantime, get some salt. Put some salt in your water here. You're going to need 2 pans. One for the spaghetti, one for the sausage and the sauce. So the one for the water, you put some salt in it. You can do that right now. Okay, kid. Once this, you got this pan on high for just a short time here until it gets hot, and then you can turn the heat down to medium. You don't want to burn these things, so you can kick it down to medium or even medium high, I guess you could do. And you just start flipping them. Get brown, right? If you ain't got a pair of these tongs, you can do this with a fork. A lot easier with one of these grabbers out there. Okay, you're going to be turning these things about every, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. Depends how hot you got the pan. You want to get them brown on all sides. Come on, you. Okay, Kev, and one more thing. If you like meatballs in your thing, you can go down and get yourself some frozen meatballs. They're already cooked. These are turkey meatballs. These suck, but they got regular beef ones that are good, and they usually come in a bag like this. And what I do is I just take half a dozen or so of those and throw them in the pan with these things just before these are done, because they're already cooked. So you just got to kind of warm them up a little bit. You just throw the meatballs in there with these things, and then you got meatballs too. Or you could just do meatballs, but this sausage adds a lot of flavor. Okay, Kev, these things are browned pretty good on all sides, but you want to make sure these things are done really well. So what you got to do, what I like to do is I take them out. Here, hold this, baby. What are you doing? Here, hold it. Okay. I take them out. Put them on here, and then I just put them down the middle like this. And then stick them back in the pan. And that way, cook them for another 5 minutes or so this way, and they'll be good and done. Okay. baby. I think you get the idea. Okay, so we got them all back in the pan, and while they're doing this, your water's probably boiling by now. So you take the top off of that. Okay, here, hold this. All right, now you got to put your spaghetti in there. Now, for how much to cook, you can take a handful, and about the size of a quarter is good enough for one person. So you put it down like this. That's about the size of a quarter. So we're going to do a couple of those, because maybe a little bit more than that, because we can save it. The same thing with a sauce. You can save, if you don't eat all the sauce, you can cook that later too. You just let that get soft a little bit, and you push her down in there. And you cook this for, usually read the box, but most of it's like from 9 to 11 minutes. I usually cook for about 10 minutes. You let that cook a couple of minutes. In a couple more minutes, you're going to stir it up. You don't want it to stick together, so you got to stir it every couple of minutes. Now, this is more sausage than you'll need, so I mean, you're just going to get one pack, and you're going to have more than you could probably eat, so you can just put it in a Tupperware or something and freeze it, save it for another day, or put it in the refrigerator, have it for lunch the next day or whatever. Same thing with spaghetti. All you got to do is put the spaghetti in a Ziploc bag, and then you just take it out of that, throw it on a plate, put it in the microwave for a couple. Actually, you can put the sauce on top of it and cover it up with a paper towel and just cook it for about 2 or 3 minutes, and you're ready to go next day. Okay, now you want to stir that spaghetti. Make sure it's not clumping up. Okay, you can just let it sit there for a while. Okay, spaghetti's only been in a couple of minutes, but these sausages, some of them are done. So what we can do with these, you can take these out, set them on a plate, or so I'll just put them on a cutting board here. Some of them ain't ready yet, like this one here is not ready yet. That one's not ready. That one's ready. Need some more. I can use more. That one's done. I can use a little more. When you're getting there. That one's done. That one's done. Done. Now stir that spaghetti one more time here.
on.
All right, what you want to do is get yourself a bowl that's not going to melt. You want to pour the grease in that. Or if you got a can or something, we can pour it in that. I never have a can, so I just pour it in a bowl like this. And then let this cool down, and then once it cools down, I throw it away in the garbage. Okay, now you got your pan with all the crispy things from the sausage in there. You take your thing of Newman's sauce, put your sausage back in there. Turn your heat to about a medium, I guess. Now you pour your sauce in there, like that, and then you take the jar and you put a little bit of water in there. About an inch or so of water. Just shake it up. This way you get all the rest of that sauce in there. It makes the sauce a little thinner. This stuff's pretty thick. So now you'll probably only use one jar, but I'm using two because I'm going to have leftover. Plus there's three of us. Okay, put that in there. Take a spoon and you stir it around, and once this cooks a couple of minutes, you'll scrape up all that stuff off the bottom of the pan and get it into the sauce. It adds a lot of flavor to it. And then you just let this simmer for a little bit until your spaghetti's done. And that's pretty much it. All right. Okay, you don't want to turn the heat up too high on this because it'll splat all over the stove. You can put some like tin foil over this if it's getting all over. If you got a top for this thing, you can put it on there too. Pasta's almost done here, and that's nothing. You don't need to have spaghetti. You can have shells or rigatoni tubes or whatever. You know. Okay. The timer's going off for spaghetti. If you haven't got a timer and you just want to guesstimate, easy way to know if it's done is you can take a piece of spaghetti, throw it up on the ceiling. If it sticks, it's done. That's the easy way to do it. All right, here you go. You just take the spaghetti. I hope you got one of these colanders. If you don't have a colander, you can, I guess, just strain it with the top of the pan or something, top of the pot. A lot easier if you got one of these colander things. Okay, that's it. You just take it out of here, put it on the plate, pour the sauce over the top,
Show him.
and you're eating.
Put it in. Put it on the plate.
Excellent. Yeah, that's done. Okay, now you need a spoon. There's a lot of spoons. There you go. That's all there is to it, Kevin. Good luck. Maybe we'll make something else to eat this week and I'll send it to you. Take care, buddy.